Good Sunday afternoon, everybody, and happy Labor Day weekend. Welcome to this week's No BS with me, Harriet, and the amazing Sean. Good, Sean. Happy
What's up?
Sunday.
What's up? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to everybody out there. It's Labor Day weekend.
Ugh, it's been a busy one. You had the game
Yeah,
yesterday, the big game, and
yeah,
that was ridiculous. Was it TSU and North Carolina? What North Carolina A&T,
yeah. A&T.
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you've got Howard coming here pretty
yeah.
soon. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. A lot going on, and even MTSU played. So this weekend. So great. It's just a lot of stuff
Bless you.
going on because Labor Day really officially kicks off football season, and it kicks it off, and
Uh, don't
and
remind me.
Middle Tennessee is football crazy. So it the whole energy, the vibe changes in the city when football kicks off. So
And for all of those of us who have a football boo, man or woman, it means that we won't get to see them again until like March, April, somewhere in there. So yeah, I'm doing all the Amazon shopping that I want. Me, Old Time Pottery boy, here I come. Woo! I'm ready.
Lord
I'm
have
ready.
mercy. I feel for Scott. Scott watching the
Look,
game and getting a notification watching. he just
don't
gave
give me the
just
buzzer.
gave me wrong. Nope. Timeout.
As long as he's got his snacks, I can have all the Amazon packages I want. I'm good, honey. Oh, and Christmas time, that's when I bring in all my Christmas decorations. Don't say nothing. Don't- oh, the sound effects. Well, listen,
Love it.
let's get into this calling BS, Sean. It's time for us to call BS. It's time
Let's
for us to
do it.
call BS. And you know what? Can I go first this week?
Yes, you can. You can go first.
I'm gonna go first this week because I got something to say. I found, I always wait till the last minute. I got mine together now. I'm about to call BS. All right, you ready, Tom? Because I'm ready when you are. Because I will take 5 minutes if I can. All right, here we go. I'm calling BS on people who fire guns close to other people's homes. Let's talk about that. We're talking about New Year's.
Wow.
We're talking about 4th of July. We're talking about, fall season when people want to skeet shoot and all that stuff. And I get it. You can shoot your gun. I'm here for guns. I love me guns. My daddy was a veteran. I was raised on guns, shooting guns. I'm here for the heat. Okay. I'm here for your rights because I got mine too. But do whatever you want. Just don't do it close to my house.
Right.
Because if a bullet fires off, I'm firing off as well. Because guess what? That's my right too. Don't be disrespectful. And anytime you want to claim safety, people want to come, oh, you're encroaching on my rights. No, I'm not, because I'm exercising my rights too, freedom of speech and my right to bear my arms. So
Say
please
that.
understand, I can match heat for heat.
Say that.
And that's all I got to say. I'm done and left a
Mm.
second.
Wow.
Give that to the
Wow.
HOA. Let me send that to you
Wow. The
and your
op.
people.
She went after the op.
I did. I got beef. It's an inside story. But anyway, I
Okay.
hand it over to you, Colin
Okay.
BS.
All right. I'm calling BS today on Harriet is who I'm calling BS on. Because we just had this conversation. First of all, we got to talk about Harriet's definition of what it is to be on time. And so,
Oh,
yes, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right now. And this is really for my boy Scott
what?
because he set the time that we were gonna get going and come together. And everybody's here but Harriet. She's caught up in something else. Comes in, she said, "No, we had a production delay, so I wasn't late. I had a production delay. So your other thing had a production delay." But the new thing made the new thing late because of your production delay. So now you got production delays in both. So I'm just saying that we were all here on time. And Miss Wallace, you didn't
Wait
you
a
didn't
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's just point of order because for everybody watching, Scott is running production. Scott, 5 minutes. Take him 5 minutes down. He does not get 5 minutes. It was 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. And y'all talk about me being late. You're eating up the time. You
I'm
know
just
what?
saying I had to get that out there. I called BS on Harriet. So
You know what?
he
You
was a
know what?
little late and didn't want to admit it.
You're like so pretty, Sean. I think the most of you. I think you're awesome. Let's be nice. Again, it was a production delay.
Uh-huh.
It's
That's
not
what we
my
call it.
fault.
That's
I
what
was
we call it.
fighting. I was fighting for my life.
Oh, okay.
Anywho,
Uh-huh.
switching gears, I got something for you and Scott after the show. Let's just put it like that. Everybody watching, I need y'all to have my back. I need y'all to support me. Okay, I need y'all to have my back. But speaking of calling BS, we got a good one this week. It's something everybody's been talking about, Sean. We've been tossing this one around. It's the Metro Council meltdown.
Yes.
A battle royale.
Crash out. Yes.
Oh, many sides to it, but we're going to unpack it today. And to help us unpack it, Sean, we've got with us Councilwoman Tasha Ellis, who was involved in that discussion. So we want to welcome her now. Councilwoman Ellis, thank you so much for joining us today. Absolutely. Tasha.
Yes.
Here we go. You all are in a Metro Council meeting. What was it? August 19th. You all are in a council meeting, business as usual. Councilman Parker discussing, I believe it's his rezoning bill, correct?
It's Rollin Horton in District 20.
Okay.
In the Nations, or what we used to call North Nashville behind TSU.
Right. For those who've been here before and know that background.
Right.
So you all are discussing a rezoning bill, and you had some concerns with it. To kind of recap for everybody, Councilwoman Gamble, each council member, they're recognized if they ask to be recognized. They're given an allotted amount of time to speak. Councilwoman Gamble is making her remarks on that bill, and then this happens. Let's watch.
Ms. Ellis, sit down and be quiet, please, ma'am. No, hey, no, we are not doing this right now, okay? I would like you to please sit down, ma'am. I am judge and jury up here, as a matter of fact, okay? Ms. Ellis, please sit down and be quiet. Please sit down and be quiet, Ms. Ellis. It's not appropriate at this time. Ms. Ellis. Ms. Ellis. See, please sit down and be quiet, Ms. Ellis. Okay, this should not count against your time, Ms. Gamble. I do apologize.
You're watching that. First, help everybody, as both of y'all shaking your heads, help everybody watching understand, because Councilwoman Gamble was making her remarks, and you had some remarks at some point and had interrupted Councilman Parker. But then when Councilman Parker was speaking before Gamble, you had supposedly interrupted him. When he's done speaking, Councilwoman Gamble has her time. He then comes over to you, is my understanding. Is that correct? And if so, what in the world did he say when he came to your desk?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. And just to back up maybe 2 minutes before that had transpired, I initially stood up to call a parliamentary inquiry, and then I switched it to a point of order. So that is not an interruption. That is a rule in Robert's rule. And so I stood up to make the point of order because I was witnessing the Sunshine Law being violated. And that is when private conversations are being had about public legislation. And there were 2 to 3 rows of people that live in the nations where this rezoning bill is taking place, that were there on behalf of, or not in support of what was moving forward. So as, and I'm new to governing. So as I'm looking at how things really happen, right? Like the conversations that most people have behind closed doors, there was a separate conversation that was playing out amongst different council members, and me being in the back row, I could see this on different phones. And so I had rose to make the point, if the point of order, and clarify for the people sitting behind me that were residents, if you all file a open records request, which you're allowed to do, and request records from this rezoning bill, make sure that you ask for the private communications that's going on, because that's a part of the process for this getting pushed through. And when she told me that my point of order was not valid, I sat down, I said, okay, that's why I called the point of order. And so that's when I sat down and just started going back to what I was doing on my phone or on my cell phone. And then I look up.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to get to, honey.
Right.
Yeah, and so, sorry.
To you.
And I look up and I see this white like silhouette in front of me. And he says, like, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was to the effect of, "What are you fucking doing?" And I had to pause and was like, "What did you say?" Because mind you, my head is down and I'm on my phone. And he said, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking crazy?" And then that's when I immediately reacted and felt threatened. If I'd had some pepper spray on me, I would have sprayed him, right? Because I felt like I was being threatened. And then I stood up, and then as I stood up, he turned to walk away, and I said, it's best you fucking walk away. That's the best thing that you can do. And so as I saw him sit down in his seat, he kind of looked at his neighbors and smirked and was like, "Oh yeah." Well, just a look on his face from behind, like turning to the side saying, "Oh yeah, I told her." And I said, "I bet you won't do that shit again." And then that is when you see the vice mayor sort of gabbling, saying, "No, no, 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 no." Mind you, the whole time, she says nothing to Mr. Parker. And so Councilmember Gamble carried on with what she was saying. And then during that time as well, that's when I got even more upset and was like, who the fuck does he think he is? Because this was like, I can see him and his like faction of folks as they smirk back and forth. So I'm just getting more and more upset. And then the chair of the minority caucus, Quante Toombs, Councilmember Toombs, she asked if we could have a 5-minute recess.
Right.
Because at that point, a different Black council members or part of the minority caucus had started coming to me and calming me down because they know that I'm a passionate person, right?
It's
and
getting
so
heated in the chambers.
Yes, and so then the vice mayor rattles and says, "No, that's not appropriate. If Miss Ellis needs to step out and cool herself down, then she can do that." But I heard that. All I heard was my name. And that's when I got up and said, "Keep my fucking name out of your mouth."
Ooh,
right?
Okay, the mic didn't catch that. Okay.
It did, yeah, that's a part that it didn't catch. Because, as most Black women do, when someone says your name in a defamatory or demeaning type way, you have to call that shit out, especially with the current political environment that we're in. Because if they do it once, they think that they can continue to do it. And that is where we are. And that is why current council is so divisive. Because the vice mayor's biases, her biases, and some of the other, non-melanin council members feel like they can, wordsmith their way into demeaning us Black women that are on council. And that's it. And the hair that broke the camel's back and why I stood up, I stood up before I even knew it when she said my name, because I knew that I could handle Sean, right? The council member. But the vice mayor, I see her as a woman in charge. She's the president of the council on the dais, actually telling me that she is now the judge and the juror. And in no court of law is that okay. And so I immediately had to call her out on her bullshit and say, it's enough for you to continue to use your white privilege, your white female privilege, to carry on and treat us Black council members as you do. Because it's happened to at least 3 other Black women on the council that I know for sure. And I
That
had called it.
Has that happened before? Because I haven't heard this from the vice mayor. At least there haven't been too many reports on it. So is this something that has been consistent in the council?
It is something that has been consistent. You haven't heard it in public before because the individuals that this has happened to in the past have decided to address the vice mayor in a one-on-one meeting and say, hey, I want to give you a heads up that this happened to me, or this is what I was experiencing. And as you'll go and see, one of my other colleagues has actually spoken out in her newsletter, who is previously the planning chair of Metro Council, and that's Jennifer Gamble. That's in District 3.
So I want to. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're
Sean.
good. Go ahead. You're good. I was just really just amazed at the fact that this has been going on. Like, this is not the first incident, and some of them have been addressed, as Tasha said, privately. But then Tasha Gamble is the one that actually kind of spoke out most recently. But this is not the first incident of really the vice mayor coming across as if we are having some issues with Black female councilwomen on this Metro Council, and it seems that she's addressing them in a different manner than she's addressing other people. So it's interesting.
Well, and I'll say this because I've talked to several folks on council, and different folks have varying experiences and opinions of Vice Mayor. And I've spoken with Black members, with white members, with Latinos. So we a variety of folks, and I will say there are mixed reviews here. In that, and I will say, in all fairness, we did want to have something from the vice mayor and also from the minority caucus. I understand that there are some conversations happening, and nothing really wanted to be said yet publicly with respect to that. I do want to say that there are some who have said that, the vice mayor is fair, that the vice mayor has a good history of working with white and those that are not white in legislation, in the community in general, that it's not so much about unfairness to people of color, but more so her just responding to disorder in the chambers. And we can classify what happened as a disruption, right? Not necessarily saying you, but the incident itself was a disruption. She is president of the council, right? So in a sense, she's judge and jury, but that's just the math ain't mathin' for you on that, Councilwoman.
Yeah. So let me say this. It was a disruption because this is, kind of like a volcano. You have under the surface all this bubbling going on, and then it eventually all comes to a head and everything just, erupts. And so the vice mayor has been out to my district when I've had holiday parties, but her showing up doesn't then give her the ability to be biased towards me. And I think one thing that, because I've heard from different council members, and the other thing, not to go down this rabbit hole, is that I've heard from a number of actual Black female Metro workers that have experienced just the culture of being discriminated against as they felt because of their race. For instance, one example this lady gave me is that she has a master in engineering when the assistant director's son that had a GED was promoted ahead of her, right? And so I think that this culture of being able to talk down to Black women is sort of baked into how Metro operates. And I would agree that Metro is broken. And I will be the first to admit that I'm new and I am still learning the rules. And so in my view, the point of order that I was calling, that was applicable to what was going on in the room. And so that's why I directed my question to Special Counsel Darby. The vice mayor's job is to moderate the conversation and discussion that's being had. And the special counsel, she is the attorney for Metro Council members. So it was a legal question that I was asking her as I was observing a law was being broken.
Well, I will say, folks had your back. Councilwoman Quante Toombs, who we've mentioned, as we know, is chair of the Minority Caucus. She had something to say to Vice Mayor during that meeting. Here's what she had to say.
Mayor, as the chair of the Minority Caucus, I stand with my fellow members of the caucus to address what has been occurring. We all know that we're going to disagree on particular issues. Sometimes those disagreements can get heated, but at no time is it appropriate to disrespect another colleague. I have to, as the Minority Caucus, we have to remind our body that the optics of a white male colleague approaching a black female who is seated and using profanity towards her is an act of intimidation, and it can't be tolerated in this body. Our colleague, Councilwoman Ellis, is owed an apology by Councilman Parker. I know that things got heated, but we can't have that in this body. And as the Minority Caucus, we stand united in demanding an apology to Ms. Ellis. And we will gladly work with you moving forward, Vice Mayor.
And Councilwoman Ellis, you got that apology. Let me ask you, playing on the other side of this, you responded in the way that you felt was appropriate for that type of approach to you. You said you felt threatened. It's not okay. For those who are on the other side of it, and you know they're saying it, they're throwing it out there, they say you were in the wrong. They say you owe council member of Metro Council an apology. And what do you say to that?
Bullshit. If I would have said something negative, or if I was speaking directly towards what they consider upzoning for the missing middle and calling it affordable housing, we're talking about housing that they're working to provide to people that make $70,000 or more. That's bullshit. But using the buzzword of affordable doesn't move me in any way. But I came into that meeting knowing that I was a no. And so that's why I did not get up and speak, because I knew going in that the majority of people were going to be in support. Sean made it personal when he came to my desk unprovoked and cursed at me.
Okay.
And now that's one thing, like we can go back and forth all day about the issue, but when you make it personal, that's a whole other world.
She
Right.
said what she said, Sean.
Yeah,
She said what she
that's
said.
what she said. She meant it, and he'd be glad that that's all that it was, that she just said that, because those you can't approach a female. No man should ever approach a female in that manner and in a bullying state. But you definitely cannot approach a black woman and you be a white male and expect no response back. This is 2025. Those days of intimidation of black people are over. And that was a clear attempt of him trying to intimidate you for whatever reason. And that's just not going to fly. And I'm glad that you did not stand down on that situation and you're still speaking out about it, because these types of injustices and need to be exposed for what they are, because it is an ongoing issue, not just in our city, in several cities in this country, where they feel like that the typical white male can intimidate a black female that has power in their city, and that intimidation's got to stop, because it's not going to work.
I agree. And if I can just add one last thing, is that I'm a strong black woman, but that doesn't give you whatever you think you have to come at me in any kind of way.
Right.
And let me say this as we end up this discussion with you, and again, this has been great discussion. Thank you so much. Councilman Parker, he apologized to you publicly right there in the meeting. Mm-hmm. Vice Mayor has said that she, was working with she has not told me that, but I do know of Vice Mayor working with the Minority Caucus to improve relations, as Councilwoman Toombs has said. Obviously, this just was a bad day, right? And I'm not trying to minimize that. This was just, it was a right? And It was done publicly. Everyone sees it. Very quickly, as we got just a few seconds left. Where do we go from here, can we get better from here? And not just a race relations thing. I mean, obviously we have that in the background, but just and being cordial and respectful with each other in general. Where do we go from here?
I would say yes. It's an unfortunate circumstance that needed to happen because this has been going on for the last 2 years. Moving forward, I myself have resolved to recalibrate my approach because most people don't like being called out on their bullshit. But I go back to my why and why I am doing this work and keeping that in mind moving forward and learning what allies and what rapport I need to have with individuals to get my bills passed on behalf of my community.
Well, honey, you were on the right show for calling bullshit. This is the No BS
This is
podcast.
the show to
You
do
came
that.
to the
And
right
you-
place.
And we should all be doing that every time.
Absolutely.
Chantel, we got the shirts and the hats coming, and the
Yeah,
sweat
we do.
rags too.
Yes. I'm gonna give you one personally. So the next time you're on the council floor and you see bullshit, just throw the flag in the air.
Or just wear the shirt. Just wear
Just
the
wear
shirt.
the
with your
shirt
blazer.
every day.
Or just give me some sort of sticker that I can put up or a flag that I can put up so that the viewing, because people watch the council meetings, right?
Yes, they
So I
do.
just need to let them know I may not stand up, but y'all still know I know when bullshit's going on.
We got you. I love it. We're going to get it to you the mail quick, fast, and in a hurry. Councilwoman Ellis, thank you so much for joining us this week. Have a wonderful and safe Labor Day.
Thank you. Thank you guys again for having me.
Thank you. Oh,
Wow.
look,
And,
it's about as good as
and if I'm not mistaken, everybody here is Democrats, right?
not all of them. I mean, of
But-
course, you know, the council is nonpartisan, but as far as how they identify, mostly Democrat, but you've got a good mixed bunch in there. You got a good mixed bunch. You do. And things they just come to a head. Look, I got Teddy, my little dog. He's my little comfort animal. He came. He felt it getting hot in there, and Sassy here too. Y'all move now. I'm
Well,
hosting.
that's crazy
I don't
because
have a third and
both
fourth
of
chair.
mine are right here in the floor too.
The dog's always trying to get on now. Mommy's working. All
They're,
right, listen.
they're a little older, so they sleep. So
I wish. I wish mine would just take a little break and let mommy do her job because we got things to do. Okay. We got things to talk about. Sean, we have so much other stuff to get into. I mean, that council thing was enough. We're going to pick that back up. Obviously, we've got to get back into, we've got to pick that back up because there's more to come. Because as I mentioned, you've got the vice mayor and the minority caucus. They're going to be working together, trying to find a resolution. What are some ways that we can improve relations? So there's more to come on that. Now,
absolutely.
for another council member, we're going to have her on the show as well.
We do.
Councilwoman Joy Kimbrough there's an ethics complaint against her. She's being accused of trying to ask for a bribe of $500,000 from a developer trying to develop a parcel out on, I believe it's Ashland City. There's a developer, I believe, owns a liquor.
Best
liquor
Brands,
company.
the CEO of Best Brands.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was, I think initially he was wanting to expand his headquarters and build a warehouse and a vacant lot that's off of Ashland City Highway right there inside of Joy Kimbrough's district. And conversation is basically saying that he was offering $150,000 to some nonprofits, and then per the information that has been reported, they had a conversation and she had said, give me $500,000 immediately. And then that way I can control where the money goes and I can make sure it goes in the right places and help get this passed through for you. In addition to the $150,000 that we're going to give to nonprofits. Now, the interesting thing about this, Harriet, is the fact that when she's, people are out there investigating it because I believe it was the CEO that thought that was just not ethical. Made this complaint. So when she's approached about it, her response is as a laughing matter. Oh, I'm just testing him to see if he's going to do it or not. There's no denial in what we said, but now it went from I'm not serious. This is just a test. I don't know. And I definitely think that we need to talk.
There's nothing illegal about testing. or
No,
ethical about testing, and a little joke here. But the question is, was she really trying to take a bride?
that is
This is a woman who has a high profile law career. And I'm talking high profile, some of the biggest cases that Nashville has seen, and they rank up there with some we've seen in the country. She knows the law. She understands ethics. So I'm a hold mine on this one. I'm a hold mine on this one because I want to hear from both sides. And then, are there any receipts out there? Because receipts tell the story.
They do, and that's what I want to know, because was this a joke? Is it all just a misunderstanding that's been blown out of proportion? Because we understand Joy Kimbrough and who she's in the community, as you said, upstanding lawyer, and has done a lot of great things. So we don't want to automatically assume that this is what was going down there. It's just information spotty, and I don't feel like that we're clear in how we're trying to tamp this down. And I think it's time that before
I need proof.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen,
if that's the case, show me the proof.
Yeah, and what you're gonna see now is that when you open up this potential question that it wasn't bribery, then you're gonna have everybody start to dig into previous transactions and things like that. And it's, your grandmother always said this: when you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. It may not necessarily be the real
and then some.
Yeah. So it does this open the door to not just Joy Kimbrough, other councilwomen, councilmen, and councilmen, or people, or how they are approaching some of this business to get things through. Are these things happening? Does it lead to the question, should the ethical board be really doing a review with a lot of different things? I don't know. It opens up the door to a lot of stuff.
I tell you what, and if it opens up the door for her, I want to make sure it opens up the door for every other person on council, for every other person in the state legislature. I know the ethics committee, Metro Ethics Committee, does not have authority with the state, right. But we've got to check everybody, because this has been done. I'm not saying that she has again. I don't have any proof, but this has been done before. We know that lawmakers are notorious for it. Now, let's switch gears just a little bit. Let's talk about Memphis. Let's talk about President Trump wanted to send troops to suppress crime to Memphis. What he's doing in California. He talked about sending it to Chicago. Memphis, bro, good luck sending to Memphis. But Memphis lawmakers, mayor, all them like, we ain't having it. Chicago's mayor has something to say about it. He had remarks. He's not with it, and he's calling BS on the president sending troops to Chicago to suppress crime. Here's what he had to say.
Look, the city of Chicago, one of the most diverse economies in the world, right? Again, a city that has been, founded and established on the values of working people. We're not going to surrender our humanity to this tyrant. I can tell you this: the city of Chicago has a long history of standing up against tyranny, resisting those who wish to undermine the interests of working people. We're not going to back down. We're not going to cower. We're not going to bend. We're not going to break. We are Chicago. We are the soul of America, and we will maintain that posture from now until.
He said, if you want to. That's what he said in his
right.
diplomatic way with his presidential
point. Yeah.
And that's the thing. And God bless. I'm so tuned in. I'm a true subscriber to the Gavin Newsom show. He's coming with all the heat. Memphis is coming with the heat. Chicago's like, we're not going to stand down. And even it was someone who was saying the other day that this is really giving, this whole coup feel like a takeover. Definitely, we're moving into all types of monarchy, this dictatorship. The federal takeover is really concerning. And then, as Governor Newsom had mentioned, this is only being targeted at blue states. And then when you look at some of our red states, they have higher crime rates.
They do.
So what is this really about? And then what happens when you go to a lot of these blue states and where you have high African-American populations, you're already detaining immigrants who are here. And then you're going to cities where there are high populations of African-Americans. What are we really doing? What are we doing, Sean? Let's say it out loud.
I mean, I think it leads back to Project 2025. Are we still checking the box off of these items off of because you said you were never a part of it. The president said he was never part, knew nothing about it, but we seem to be knocking off a lot of items off of this project. And you say that you're not a dictator, but you seem to envy a lot of dictators, and you're doing your actions speak to dictatorship. Yet you're not a dictator. That's not what you want, but you chum up with them and you admire how they run their countries. And then you're literally mimicking some things. You think about the way that you attack the media when they're saying something about you that you don't like, and you're suing them, and then they're backing down. And so you're attacking the media. What do dictators do? They run state-run media. They run the media. So citizens only see what they want them to see.
Yeah.
It's a different version of a way that he's trying to do that. And now you're going after different cities that are ran by minorities and saying that they're high crime and they have all these issues, when all these cities had crime going down year over year. No.
It's scary.
Chicago, DC, they've had
scary.
high crime for decades. It's not going to get turned around in a year. You're not going to see massive, and we don't.
But they're already seeing a reduction in crime, though. That's the other thing that's
Right.
confusing. Like
Exactly.
the mayor was saying, I think like a 20% reduction
Yes.
in crime.
It
So
was 24% year over year. So they're making
Making no
drastic
sense.
moves. But now the citizens are walking out the front door and they see a National Guardsman with a shotgun in their hand sitting out their front door. How does that make anybody safe?
I'm gonna tell you what also doesn't make sense. How in DC, I was seeing some video earlier this week. The troops that were sent there that are there supposedly suppressing crime, they were walking around picking up trash.
Yes.
Like trying to buy their time.
What are we doing?
It's insane. I also want to know what they doing in Memphis, because switching gears a little bit, new judge in the Tyree Nichols case with the police officers has ordered a new trial for 3 of the officers, a whole new trial. So they're going to go back through again, brand new trial ordered for those 3 officers, because the judge was saying that allegedly one of them had gang involvement, and there was something dealing with the shooting of one of the law clerks there, some gang ties, and they said that things were just a little too murky, and it cast a shadow of doubt on that trial. I want us to just stick a pin right here, Sean, because on our next show, I want to invite on Tyree's family and see if they want to discuss this, because I've talked with them some before, and they are still heartbroken. And every time you bring up something new, it's a death. It's his death all over again. But I want y'all to just feel that right there.
Right.
We got to walk through this again.
We do. It's just something's not right here. There's something that's not right about this at all. Like, why are we doing this?
Something in the water ain't right.
No.
But something in the water at TSU seems to be right. We're going to switch it up just a little bit, because the new president has announced some new leadership at TSU. We've got the new president. Oh, come on, Black ladies. Hold it down for us women. I mean, we love y'all men too, but we got to hold it down.
I love this.
We got to hold it down for the ladies. He has announced new leadership at TSU as they are looking to really just restructure everything, get things back in alignment, and to improve customer relations, improve the experience for the students there. They have named these 3 women. We're going to share this story on our social media so everybody can take a look at them, who are now helping him, the president, to take over, restructure, rebuild, and bring in just a new breath of fresh air into the university.
It's needed. It's literally, we're in a new season with TSU. It's time to turn the page. They're continuing the expansion of the campus, which is great. The president is really getting a lot of the challenges of finances together, and making some really big, impactful decisions. And so now it's all about just making this school look and feel at the cornerstone, that the heritage of Black community and HBCU life that it should be, and it should engulf, and especially here in Nashville, it is a part of the history of this city, and we want to make sure it continues to thrive. So I applaud the president for really, really getting in there, getting into the weeds, making necessary changes, and bringing in fresh blood. And let's just bring new life back into this campus and into these students, and get it out of the negative light that it's been in for so long.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. We're going to a new year, new season, new leadership. Let's do it. And speaking of new fresh air, breath of fresh air. Ooh, this has been a little heavy.
Yes,
As always.
as
I
always.
love this time of the show. I love this time of the show. One of our favorite people comes on so we can lighten it up, switch it up, and give a little love because we got a lot to talk about. Labor Day, the game, all that good stuff coming up. Sean, can we lighten it up a little bit?
We've had some serious conversation. Now it's time to get into the culture. It's more the culture. With
I'm
the
ready.
one and only Derek Sleazy Evans. He is
Sleazy.
what's going on?
I got my own crowd noise.
Yeah.
You remember
You sound
Animal
like
on Muppet Babies?
Oh my gosh. What you got?
there we go.
There we go.
The
Shoot.
virtual stage.
We are
Welcome to the
technological in here. Shoot.
What up, Sleazy? For the culture. What is that? Our culture correspondent?
Yes, our
Yeah.
culture responded.
I'm out here tiptoeing through the interwebs being nosy, man. And right now, I've been tripping, like rolling on the floor at Cardi B in court. She is the most hilarious. I don't know if the judge is just in there holding her laugh because she is in there putting on like a real comedy show. Like she's really a security guard is trying to sue her for 24 million, right? So Cardi, she in court saying, "Yeah, you just trying to sue me for the money and yada yada." So they're going through like all of the, the jargon. She was like, "Y'all got into an argument." He said, "Did you call her fat?" Cardi B said, "No, I didn't call her fat. I was calling her the B word." And everybody in the courtroom just was so tickled to death. You can't get no honesty there. If I was the judge, I'm letting you go.
Right.
I'm like, this ain't no way this lady lying. I'm be like, this lady lying. The security guard lying. That's what I would say to the judge. For her to say that, she was in court cussing so much. I was like, ooh.
She said,
But
get
you
my
got-
words right.
cares.
Okay, if you're gonna quote me right.
Right.
And
He never cares. He never cares.
and she said I didn't call her fat, and the judge kept trying to get her to call the lady fat because Cardi said she's bigger than me. She said I was pregnant at the time and she's bigger than me. She's like, what about bigger than her? What you mean? Cardi said, hit her with the hands like. I think Cardi wants to say Exhibit A. We looking right at it, but I think they the same height. So the attorney was trying to be like, oh, y'all look the same size as me. Cardi like that girl is bigger than me. She said she's big enough to secure a whole building. That was Cardi said she was that big.
That is so petty.
Please, y'all have to go online and watch this Cardi B. Just watch the snippets. They're all over the interweb. Yeah, you have to watch. Cardi B is crazy. And next for the culture, and before I say that, we're gonna stay in court. We're gonna go over to the YSL Young Thug people. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of young because man, you got off free. If you get out free and you get off free from a RICO case and from murder and all this stuff, you're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to shut up. You're supposed to disappear. You're not supposed to be still calling people a rat, showing your paperwork online, saying I didn't snitch. Let me tell you something. If I get away with driving on a suspended license, I am a law-abiding citizen from here on out. You're not gonna hear a peep from me. I just don't understand it. When you get and they were like, "What? This is high crime." They was like a RICO charge. When you get off and scot-free with this, no offense, Scott. When you get off scot-free with something like this, you pose. My bad. Let me use my Ebonics. You pose. You supposed to go get you a job like at a warehouse with a forklift. You supposed to be high. You got to go get a job down at the docks. You can't be a civilian no more. You have to be a law-abiding, hard-working citizen. You have no nerve to be out here online still calling people rats and trying to fight. It's over with. I can't do it no more.
Walk me back because I don't stay up to date in the Young Thug world.
You should.
What happened?
You should.
It's a scary place in there.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're like late 30s going into their 40-year-old men, and some are in their 40s. They got caught, with, into like this gang. They like Bloods and all this type of stuff. And the police, what I'm saying, put RICO charges on all of, the racketeering and all this stuff. So they saying that all of these murders have something to go back to him paying people. Just like the guy that just got out for saying that he hired the guys to kill Dolph. You saw him get off?
Yeah.
And he out here doing interviews too. Why are you, man, go to Walmart and become a door greeter? But one thing I do know, I'm not doing no Vlad interview. I'm not doing no interview. I'm going to church. Bishop, I'm getting on Bishop Walker's deacon board.
To go home and pack his bags and move out of Memphis is what he needs to do.
Yeah. He need to move to Memphis, Egypt. That's where he need to be. He need to go there to the desert. Man, I'm
Not
just lost, man.
Walmart.
Yeah, he need to be a greeter. Yeah, I don't never show them my receipt neither. FYI, Harriet.
Like, why do you not show the receipt? They need to see your receipt.
Because they should have been at the register ringing me up. If they'd have been at the register ringing me up, they'll know if I paid for it or not. You don't need to be checking my receipt.
You just walk past.
All them people, Costco, Sam's. I'm like, no, you ain't seeing this receipt. You see, you should have been.
Perhaps you give he maybe bypassed the register vibes and grabbed a bag on the way out. So
you can't even do that now. Places like Texas, my friend went to jail for forgetting to ring up a comforter up under his basket. He spent like $200.
Or forgot.
He spent like $200 at Walmart, and like they get your tags, they let you leave and everything, make you go to court.
What?
Yep.
Oh dang.
They make you take a class and they let you off, but they make you take like I think he said it was a better judgment class or something to get some money out of it. Make you something like that.
Oh Lord.
The true story. So now they are watching the cameras, then they turn your tags over and you go to jail.
It doesn't pay to steal. And Lord knows we don't want you to end up in court. Because I'm not calling no names, Sleazy, but Sean would probably be the one on the stand to snitch on y'all his Young Thug stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I know he will. Because back in my day, I used to eat me a 10-piece in Walmart. I give me you go to yeah, back in my college days, boy, let me get 10 of them wings, put some of them wedges. Yeah, while I'm shopping,
the store like you shopping while you're eating.
I probably owe Walmart for a 500-piece wing right now.
Makes no sense. No sense.
So he just
I got to do charity now.
He's gonna be the next one in court. And
he
is. He on his Cardi B stuff, making the judge laugh.
We're gonna be talking about him in court, making everybody laugh.
Yep.
They don't need to put Nashville will love that one. See me on. Y'all see Sleazy? He stole 500 wings from Walmart. They're gonna think it all at one time, but they're gonna go back and check my records. They gotta go back to the Walmart on Charlotte though.
Yeah, that's the one though. That's the TSU Walmart over there.
That's the TSU Walmart right there.
Yeah.
That's back in the 24 hours. You was going to date that thing.
Why did you do it? The judge gonna ask him why did he do it, and all you gonna see is him go.
Yeah, you gotta say I've been in Nashville 24. I've been in Nashville 25 years, going on 26 years. Like that's when Walmart was 24 hours. That's back when you remember the street lights started blinking around 10. Remember everything turned. Nashville, it wasn't jumping like how it was jumping. So Walmart was the place where you went late at night on a date. On a nice little chilly night, you go walk the aisles of Walmart, holding hands, eating a 10-piece.
Eating your
I'm just gonna assume that your wife is not one of those who you took on a date in Walmart, right?
No, I met her on Tinder. There's a whole story with that. I met her on Tinder. Now we met late in life.
She was not a Walmart woman. Okay, very good. Good to know.
No. She was not a Walmart. I met her way after college. I wish I had met her in college. I told her I wish I met her early.
Why is that?
So, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Maybe I did need to get that phase out of my life first.
Amen. Praise
Yeah.
the
Maybe I
Lord.
did need to
Or
get
else we
that
would be
page up.
divorced now. We
Yeah, I
wouldn't be
probably
talking
would.
about
Now I take it back. I met her at the right time because I cut a rug. Skinny sleazy. And I had a little hair.
not skinny sleazy.
I was in shape. I actually used to be kind of sexy. I ain't trying to toot my own horn or nothing. But I actually used to be, real soft on the eyes.
I'm sure. I'm sure there are plenty of women watching you as you're walking through the aisles of Walmart at 1 a.m. eating stolen chicken tenders.
Yep. The
Okay,
ones that they left on that heat
that's very
never.
attractive.
Yeah, man. I used to be something else.
Well, look,
That's very
speaking of
attractive.
something else, as we know, it is Labor Day weekend. So, Sleazy, next weekend, we know that you had your eyes and your ears open for the game going on this weekend. And we still have all the Labor Day cookouts because, everybody got to go house to house. So, later on, next Sunday, when you come back, you got to give us your Labor Day wrap.
It's gonna
Well,
be
I
sleazy in the
cannot wait.
streets.
Sleazy in the streets got everything from the game, and then he's our roving reporter going to all the Labor Day events that are cookouts that are happening later on today and tomorrow. I cannot wait for the Labor Day weekend report.
And guess what, Miss Harriet? Guess what, Miss Harriet? I'm gonna have my Hoka shoes on.
Your Hoka
Not
shoes.
do you know
Yes,
Scott
you
wore me
will.
out about the Hokas after? Because I'm like, I never heard of what in the world.
I see
can't
it
Man.
all the time.
Hey,
Can't wait. So the crowd can't. So we're gonna see a bunch of videos and photos of Hoka shoes.
Right.
from this weekend. I can't
Gotta
wait.
gotta heal that thick on that.
I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna have some pumps in the bump out here in a minute. I keep walking around them junk.
Sleazy, you're a mess, but you're always fun to have on. Thank you so much. Our cultural
Thank you.
correspondent, Derek Sleazy. Thank you so much for coming on, Derek. Have a wonderful week. Don't eat too much at the cookouts today and tomorrow. Okay, don't eat too much.
Nom, 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 nom.
All right, Sleazy, have a good one. Thanks for coming by. See ya.
Wow.
Always
Okay, y'all. Question: do y'all really want? Y'all really want me to use? Y'all really want me to use some videos?
Yes. Yes. Bring a couple of videos back.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. Now, when we say bye, you gotta get it going.
You gotta go when we say bye.
Help him. He trying to figure out his. He's
trying to figure out in his phone. He ain't figured it out.
Bless his heart. Well, Sean, it's Sunday. It's Labor Day weekend. We got cookouts to hit up.
Yeah.
We got a little something going on at our house later on this afternoon, this evening. Hopefully you'll stop by. I don't know. I don't know if I'm cool enough to be on your list.
Oh my gosh. We and JoJo already talked about this, but we'll try. But we're nephew sitting, so he's gonna be here. So
y'all heard that.
JoJo
he's gonna try.
So if not, it's the first one that you invited me to. Give me the next invite.
I don't know. I'm in my feelings. We'll
see.
My gosh. It's fine.
Don't be in your feelings. No.
Or whatever.
No. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of teaser. Now change the subject.
Okay.
Real quick. Okay. Next week, we're gonna get into this conversation about Joy Kimbrough. It's bubbling right now. Ooh. We're gonna get into it. I'm teasing everybody out there that's watching right now. We're gonna get into this conversation with Joy Kimbrough, because it's not looking good at all. So
it's not.
We're going to dig into that, peel back the layers and see what's really going on with this story. So tune in next week because we will get down and dirty about what's happening with Joy Kimbrough and the potential bribe that she put on the CEO of Best Brands.
And we'll invite her on.
Absolutely.
We'll invite her on. She speaks all the time. She's been in the front of a lot of big stories. She knows the importance of telling your story, your side of it. If she can, I'm sure she'll come on, but we're definitely going to reach out to her. So you all will want to tune into that. And we also need you to do what? Subscribe. Go onto our YouTube channel, subscribe. Go onto our social media pages and follow Sean. Give them the handle.
Oh, all you got to do, if you're going to go to YouTube, it's No BS Harriet with W Harriet Sean. No BS W Harriet Sean. And then on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X now, TikTok, No BS Pod 25. No BS Pod 25. Search for it in all the social media outlets, and you'll find us. You'll find clips from our show, link to our YouTube page. Go do that. Follow all these pages. We post things up all the time. Make comments under the videos. Send us a message and let us know what you want to hear us talk about. Something that's happening here locally, or something that you feel like that needs more attention on a national level. We'll be glad to get into the conversation. You never know, you might be a part of the conversation.
Absolutely. We're going to bring you all in. So again, subscribe, like, follow, and of course, tune in next Sunday, 1 o'clock. We'll see y'all then. Have a great weekend and be safe for Labor Day weekend. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too much, Sean.
I'm going to try not to. I can't promise.
I'm going to be drinking a bunch of water and eating like grilled.
No. It's Labor Day. I'm going to eat. Don't be putting that on me. I know how to eat.
I have no faith in you.
I see. When it comes to food, you have nothing. Bye.